Hi, welcome to the Andrew Buckle book review of Superhero's Journey, Patrick McDonnell. Now this is an absolutely unusual book. Not your average comic book, The Superhero's Journey. Slightly confusing title, I think. But in ways, of course, it is about Superhero's Journey, but it's more than that, I think. Also, you've got the Watcher looking over everything, and it's from Marvel Arts, which is very odd the way they put that. It's actually from Abrams Comicarts. It's Marvel and, obviously, Abrams Comicarts. But it's 112 pages. Here's the details on the back. You can see there the ISBN. Now, I paid about £19. I think it was about that. But you can see there it's $29.99. And in the UK, you can get it for $21.99. Assume it's in the shops. Should be readily available. Just come out in September. So 112 pages, colour ways through. It is filled with some very unusual art, and the artwork in many ways slightly put me off buying this for a first part. I read a few reviews and I thought, yes, this does sound a lovely book. But the artwork, the cover, sort of like gives it a sort of very, very childlike thing. Childish, but it's not. Childlike is the key thing. And I just thought, wow, what a lovely hardback. And as it says at the back, it's a powerful argument for how the comic book art form makes a positive impact in our lives. We use the work of Jack Kirby and Marvel artists together with also his own artwork as well. It's a genuine antidote for cynicism. And I just loved it. But you can see the style of artwork. I just love that sort of style. It's very odd, isn't it? Superhero's Journey. And so you see that and you think, oh, you know what? That looks like it's going to be a sort of like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I would have, but it's just so odd. See, it's like as if you draw it when when you were 6. Well, certainly that's the sort of drawings I did when I was 6. Probably the sort of drawings I do now. So, well, I hope I can draw a bit better than that, but not much. But still, just glorious. And there you've got all the credits there, all the details. So you can see it covers quite a mix of stories. You've got Fantastic Four number 49, 51. You've got loads of other ones as well. I'm not going to mention all of it, but Doctor Doom. Lots and lots of superheroes appear. And it's just, well, finding your first comic. So go in there and, I say, restless, felt like. And, of course, then you discover comic books. Suddenly, eternity. Bang! And worship at the altar of... I mean, that's an impressive selection. If that was the row of books, the comic book rack, I mean, I think I would have got... Wow. I mean, that's certainly way... I don't think I ever saw a comic rack that was... Normally, it was sort of Harvey Comics or Dell Comics or whatever in the UK. I really didn't see these sort of many Alan Class books. Obviously, we had our own UK comic weeklies, Power Terrific, all those sort of things. But not so many of these. Not in my hometown, anyway. Maybe in London, probably lots and lots of them. And then you got this, that classic battle, Fantastic Four Annual number 3. Just brilliant. And obviously, you can see there, Doc Doom there. I always thought that was slightly odd because Doc Doom does not actually appear in the... He's behind it. Slight spoiler. But he's behind in this book as well. Creating a world of negativity. That's basically what it is. And I just love the fact I love the way they framed it, obviously with Thing there, Submariner, Thor, and of course Doc Doom there, and you've got Sergeant Fury and everything. There was a right mix. I wonder if it's that machine that he pulled all the characters in. I suppose he didn't bring in lots of Golden Age characters as well. If you got Sergeant Fury, why didn't you get all the, like the Wizard and Miss America? And it starts with all the origins. And it's sort of, wow, I was transformed. Definitely. And transported. Of course, you've got, again, classic. I love that one. The Ditko ones, and watched and marvelled. And of course, you've got the Watcher. The Watcher is the key character all the way through this, as well as, of course, Doctor Doom and the Fantastic Four. But it's just an absolute joy. But it does, the artwork is odd. And sometimes the mix is a bit strange. You've got like this, obviously, classic Jack Kirby. Just love it, of course. Everyone gets a bit angry with each other. And why is that happening? Well, Doctor Doom, of course. And wasn't a hate monger. I think the Hate Monger, that was I remember that story. That was one of the weirdest ones. That was a weird book, but still, and especially the end. But here, you can look at the artwork, but I think it really works well, and I really love the way he's done it. It doesn't really, even though it's pretty, it still works really well, and I just love the way like characters looking up there. It's just perfect story. I mean, I always remember that one. Just absolutely brilliant. Obviously, Aunt May there, and you've got the Hulk. Every character turns up in there. The streets are empty. It looks like a ghost town, except for the troopers. And, of course, they're all... Now, they didn't really ever have that with the Hulk ever again, I don't think. But this is another thing I liked about this book, was reminding me of certain stories, and you think, wonder why? Wonder why the Hulk... I mean, that would have been terrible if they dwelt on that. But the terror that people would have had, having the Hulk come into town. Of course you would. If he was coming to Maidstone and suddenly everyone shouted out, the Hulk's coming to Maidstone, you'd be thinking, I might not pop down to the local shops particularly today. I think I might stay at home. Or you might just go for quickly rush out somewhere else because the Hulk wasn't exactly, But I love they also include these great pin-ups as well. Doctor Doom, and of course, harness the power of the negative zone. Now, I don't know at that point whether the negative zone, or he was doing the negative zone there. I don't know when the negative zone really kicked in the story, but it doesn't matter. It's not important because it's a key part of the story, the negative zone being the negative sort of aspect of the Golden Gates, Asgard. I sense danger. It's really useful that he can sense danger. But he's also, of course, Iron Man uses his transporter device. I love that. Oh, projector, image projector. Don't know why I didn't use that ever again. Because now mobile phones don't really need an image projector anymore. But still, I thought, wow, who wouldn't love an image projector? Imagine it sort of popping up like that. Now, if mobile phones could do that, that would be impressive, wouldn't it? You just standing talking to someone and suddenly it was a ghostly image of them sort of nearby. If that ever happened, that would be weird, wouldn't it? Be nice, maybe. Who knows? But still, and of course, Doctor Doom's gloating, as he always did. He's always gloating. Maybe that was his careless mistake. He never sat he could have been a bit more. But there he is. I look at that battle scene there. Even though the artwork is not, I think it still works really well. It's just great, and I love all the other extra bits of drawings, and of course you've got the adverts and things. Again, Doctor Doom gloating. Always have to. And I love the bit when he uses the comic books as well. There's bits of, here, you've got Doctor Doom. Let's see, going through this. Oh, Doctor Doom. And the thing is weird that they've used these ones, Teenage Romance and My Own Romance. You've got sort of Doctor Doom appearing, or Reed Richards appearing in the cover. The story is basically about them. And the relationship is, well, just to remove negativity in the world and the universe. Because there's some great characters turning up, obviously, later. Don't want to spoil it all. But it is great. I love those ones, My Own Romance. They were great stories. But you got here, of course, The Watcher. The Watcher was a key character in this. And I love the fact that they even use the back adverts. I always love that one. Look, fellows, you can win your comic, your choice of neat prizes, free, regular, plus. Of course, didn't mean anything to me. I don't know if people ever did contact from the UK. Oh, papers are sent only to boys. Boys? That's weird, isn't it? In continental US. I wonder why they had to say that. But it's still great. I love this. Another scene here. Stacks of cosmic comic book wonder. And he's got in a car. And it's got laid out in the back seat for his neighbourhood kids to borrow. Imagine doing that nowadays. All those would have been collectible. Action Comics #1. Just stuck in the back of the car. Imagine doing that. It'd be great, wouldn't it, do that? If you could. It is a joy to read from start to finish. I really, really love this book. Really wasn't sure what I was expecting when I got it first. I remember reading the first couple of pages thinking, But after a few getting into pages, I really enjoyed the story. It's not going to set the world alight in terms of the most, but I think it had a lot of passion and love for comic books. And that is what it really is. It's just, for me, an absolute brilliant summation of the love for comic books. So I'm really pleased I got it. And I was glad I picked this up as well, the one that's also by the same artist, the Patrick McDonnell. I must admit, I had never read any of Mutt's. And you can see there's a lot of love of comic books and things in here as well. Just great stories as well. So thoroughly enjoyed. Definitely recommended as well. And there's on the back you got there the Patrick McDonnell, and also of course Comic Arts there. You got the Fantastic Four one, Alex Ross, and that was a brilliant book. Really worth checking out as well. Like many other books, I'm looking forward to the Spider-Man one that's coming out from Abrams as well, panel by panel. They of course brought out the Fantastic Four one as well, which was issue 1, and that was amazing. But anyway, back to this. Absolutely loved it. Really worth checking out. Classic book.